Welcome back to The Factor Uncensored. The damage has already been done. Some residents in 5th Ward have been battling cancer for decades, years after the state identified the area as a cancer cluster. We have an update tonight. Mayor Sylvester Turner says a team has been created to help those residents move out of 5th Ward. There is no clear plan yet. We do not know the details as of yet. We're still waiting on the mayor's office for that information. Joining me now to talk about it, cancer patient Ruby Young, cancer survivor Ruth Carter Lockett, and attorney Jason Gibson. So first of all, ladies, you guys are sisters. Yeah. Tell us how you have been dealing with this cancer that you guys contracted while living in 5th Ward in that cancer cluster.
Well, I had to get a mastectomy, a lumpectomy first, and that didn't take, so they went back. And I had to get my right breast removed. Mm-hmm. And that was in 2010, and I'm fine now.
Did you have any idea where this came from when you initially were diagnosed?
No, I didn't. But I knew my grandmother had died with liver cancer while we were living there. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And your thoughts, Ruby? Your situation, first of all.
Well, mine was thyroid cancer. And I had a baby in '82. And I knew I had a goiter. So when it began to grow, I just thought it was the goiter. Mm-hmm. But when I went to the doctor, to Herman Hospital, they told me that it was a growth on the goiter, and it was tumor. So then they went in to remove it, and then to do a biopsy to see if it was malignant, or you know.
And when you guys realized that you were living in a cancer cluster, does that leave you angry at all? Right now, the finger's being pointed at Union Pacific and creosote, what may be involved in causing it. Your thoughts on this?
Well, you know, we would see when it would rain and everything, all the black water in the ditches and things, and we could smell it all the time. Mm-hmm. But we didn't know it was harmful, you know. And I forgot, I have some nodules in my throat, but they just keep check on them and make sure that they're not growing. But they do ultrasounds, and that's been since the 90s that I have had this.
And Jason, you've heard this story time and time again. Does it get frustrating what you have discovered over there? Obviously, as an attorney, you know, you represent many of them. Kathy Bluford Daniels and I have been covering this for a long time, but are you at all surprised that the stories keep happening over and over again?
I'm not. I am frustrated. I'm sad. I'm also angry, like Ruth and Ruby, because what we've found out is that generations in each household and each family in that area have been dying with cancer for decades. The 4,000 clients we represent, half of those have been diagnosed or killed from cancer. We have approximately 200 right now that are terminally ill. And if you can believe this, one every week or other week of our clients are dying from cancer.
Wow. How many have you lost so far since you started this case, and when did you start it?
Well, we started this case 3 years ago, and like I said, it's been one every other week or week, so I would imagine 3 dozen approximately that we've lost that I can think of, probably more if I went back and counted. But the case just keeps getting worse and worse for Union Pacific, but they have yet to step up and do anything.
Now, the city is looking at a way of moving many of these residents out of this cancer cluster. Would you advise your clients to take any action at all right now? Would you say the city wants to move you out? Go ahead and move out. We'll continue your case, or what?
Yes, we're going to continue the case regardless. Through this litigation, I've personally spent millions to help all of the residents, not just my clients, but others in the community that would also benefit. The city of Houston has ideas such as this one to relocate because they've realized that it's a very toxic environment. It's killing all of the residents there. Again, it shouldn't be taxpayer money that's being spent on relocating the residents there. It should be UP money to the tune of the $150 billion that they're worth.
We can always recoup it from them at some point if the city takes legal action, but right now, you would say it's the right thing to do. Are you guys willing to move, or if the city comes to you with a viable plan that you guys can live with, are you willing to move?
Well, we don't live on the property right now, but we do have ownership of it.
Yeah, we signed our portion over to her, and she wants to build a house there. But I told her she better wait, and better wait.
You have to let that go.
If the ground is contaminated, But I don't live there, and I'm oldest. I'm older, so you know, I'm not moving anywhere too soon.
Yeah, they grew up there. They grew up there.
But we grew up there. Our dad built our house there when we were born in the house. When we, you know, we was living there ever since we were born. I was born in '45.
Well, we want to thank you guys for joining us.
All right.
So nice to know.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us here on The Factor. Still ahead.